Hello. So today I am going to attempt to make a keto gumbo. Now, I don't know how this is going to come out, just to be honest. I don't make gumbo very often. And this is the first time to make a keto gumbo. But I really am not keto anymore. I did keto for years, and now when you do low carb, it kind of becomes a lifestyle, and that really is what it is. So I don't really try to be in ketosis, but I do eat low carb, and I do the sugar free, but I don't do all the the meats and the heavy creams and the butters and stuff like that because I've got to watch my cholesterol. So, but one of the things that I love from a restaurant here in Houston called Good Company is they have a gumbo that really has my heart. And it's because the roux is a very beautiful, thick brown roux. And it's the thick and heaviness of it as opposed to like, you've had gumbo where, it's just more like a real watery and soupy and or a lighter roux. I really love this dark, heavy roux. Now, can I get that with, without flour? I don't know, but I'm going to try. And if this works out, this video is going to be posted. If it doesn't, then you'll never see it. Because that's what happens to some of my videos. Sometimes, I make something and then, it just fails and I'm like, well, I'll just delete that one. So, what I'm doing, and this is crazy. I've been looking up different ways to make a low carb roux, and you can use coconut flour or even almond flour, which is what I thought I was going to do. But then I saw someone had used their that whey protein that you use for your smoothies. Well, someone used it to make a roux, and I thought, well, okay, I'll try. I've got my butter, it's melted. This is the best. This is hilarious. This is my keto powder, which I don't really use very often anymore, but I'm gonna try it. So I've got a whole stick of butter. Now this is that butter that I use, that avocado oil butter, and so it's, on top of, I've got all this healthy stuff going on, right? Who knows how this is going to turn out. But we'll see. I have a way with food, so if it's doable when it comes to food, it's going to be me that does it. Anyway, I'll let you know. Or if it doesn't work out, I won't. We'll be back. Hey, okay, so this, I've been pulling out my vegetables. Basically, you want to make gumbo. You've got your celery, an onion, and your green pepper. Then garlic at the very end. And then, you've got your green onions, you're going to add those. Some of the other things that, I want to put one of my stingray peppers in there. Everything finely chopped and put together. The roux, so this roux has been going now. It's definitely that rich brown color. The only thing, since I'm using that, since I used the bouillon stuff, I can smell the cinnamon in it. And so I think it's just going to add a complexity of flavor to a gumbo that may not, you may not be there. But, weird things like this is how you make things that are like, wow, that's amazing. So it may not, this is definitely different from a normal roux. It's not really as thick, but man, I love the color. I really wasn't satisfied with the butter. I think I should have clarified it first because it does foam a lot when if I would have clarified it, taken the foam out, that might have been good. That's my advice. I did take some of the foam off the top, but there's still quite a bit. It's okay, no big deal. I also added a little oil, and I ended up adding a little of the coconut flour, trying to get it to thicken a little more, because it's really not as thick as I want it to be, I don't think. But man, the color's gorgeous. So, and it's been sitting here for, I don't know, probably 20 minutes. So I'm just it's on medium low, maybe even a little lower. You know, when you're working with butter, you want it to be very low. You don't want to burn the butter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fine chop everything up that I'm going to use in there. My celery and my green pepper and my onion. And, you know, we'll go from there. I'm going to put this stuff in the roux and cook my vegetables and like that for a few minutes. And then I'll add my stock and some bay leaves, some Cajun spice. And I also have, yesterday when I was at HEB, they, over by the, where they have, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay, they have these little shrimps, and then they're like freeze dried. And then this is, let's see, what is in here? I don't know what these things are, but I'm going to go ahead and dash some of this stuff into my gumbo. And I'm thinking it's just going to intensify my gumbo flavor. So anyway, I'll be back. I'm going to start chopping. Hey, quick tip. When you have a pepper like this and you want to get the seeds out, if you chop off the ends and then roll it, the seeds will pop out. What? Yeah, it helps. Just little things in life, right? Yeah, it's good. A couple more. Hey, all right, so you can use any kind of stock. You can use chicken stock. You can use, like, if you have a shrimp stock. This is a clam base, and I'm not real excited about using my clam. You can't find clam bouillon anymore. They used to sell it everywhere, and now I haven't seen it in years. So I'm not really excited about using some of my clam bouillon, but especially if this doesn't come out right. Anyway, I've got the roux up there. It's done. I am going to add cook my vegetables. You can see how beautiful. You want to dice them up nice and fine. And let's see, got a pan going. And we'll get this gumbo going. It's going to be good. And if it's not, then, you know, don't eat it. Hey, okay, so this is coming along nicely. I put my veggies on, and they are cooking down. You know, they're sweating. That's been going a few minutes. About maybe almost 5 minutes. Also, I'm building flavor on that. I'm adding a little salt and some Tony Chachere's, you know, Slappy Mama, if you know, whatever you've got. There's some kind of kick to it. I'm going to add my garlic in a minute. And then I'll add my stock, some bay leaves. The last thing I'm going to put in there, now, this is, you know, I'm not cooking my stuff. I've already got my crawfish, it's cooked, and I've got some shrimp and it's cooked. So I'm gonna, when I put my stock in, I'm gonna add a little of this and this. I'll put in my seafood at the end. But this is nice. This is looking good. I added some salt. Did I tell you salt? You know, I had to compensate for that cinnamon. So, you know, I was trying to, I don't want it to come off as, you know, too sweet or you know, whatever. So I'm trying to give it make sure it's got a kick.